YouTube. Starting my vlog off late. It's 11:30 a.m. Left my house this morning. Picked up this load in JBS there in Louisville. My first stop is up here in Chicago. And then my next stop is in Newport, Michigan. But I'm fixing to get off this exit here, exit 54, 31st Street, do a zigzag and go over here to my delivery. But in the directions it says turn left on LaSalle Street, turn right on 26th Street, and it'll be on your left hand side. But before it says that, it says ignore the 13-foot bridge. I called the customer and they said it's actually 13.6, so I was like, whew. So we will find out. The directions are coming from the other direction. I won't have to turn left on LaSalle Street because I'll already be on it. That's good. Turn right here. Right turn vertical clearance 12.8. Left turn vertical clearance 12.10. Bad thing about Chicago. gas stop in Michigan. tanker up here in the median. Okay, so let's get to half of this video, this vlog. Pictures I'm fixing to show you is what happened after I got home from Peterbilt, having all those things fixed on my truck. New steering box, new pitman arm, had a PM service done, 4 slack adjusters replaced, 2 airline fittings replaced, and 1 brake chamber. $3,700 worth of work. I got home about 10:30 Tuesday night. Wednesday morning, I sent a message into my fleet manager saying, "Hey, I'm ready for load." You know, because when I go home on a Monday. I leave out on Wednesday. It's the end of the pay period and beginning of the next pay period. And that way, I don't lose out only on a half a day of revenue. So anyway, Wednesday morning, I woke up and everything. After I ate breakfast, I went outside and I looked at my truck and everything, and I noticed there was, on the passenger side, there was a bunch of grease all along the frame. You'll see it in the pictures. And I immediately thought wheel seal, because that's what happens when you blow a wheel seal. The grease comes out, and as you're driving down the road and the wind and everything, it'll blow all over your shocks and frame, and you know, just get it everywhere. And so then I commenced to look down, and my drum is wet around the edges all over. That's another symptom. So I called Petro, because I live real close to Glendale, Kentucky, and took my truck up there. They finally put me in the bay, and the mechanic looked at it, and he's like, "Man, your wheel seal's dry," but it's like, and I had told him what happened the day before, that I got a PM and everything. So he immediately says, like, "Man, whoever lubed your S-cams and did your lube, they pumped an excessive amount of lube in there, to the point where it came out into the S-cam, into where the brakes are at, and it just got everywhere." So these are the pictures I took while I was in the bay at the Petro. What's up, YouTube? Got to my destination last night here in Newport, Michigan, here at Myers. Nice place. But as soon as I got here, I went to bed. I was tired. But then I woke up at 3 o'clock, checked in. They put me in a door, which I was so tired. They told me door 370 and then check in at 372, which is just right there. You can see the building right there. And I backed into door 372. And then I checked in. But I thought I backed into 370, so when I checked in, I told them 370. So the lady gave me, you know, the pager thing, but it said 370 on it instead of 372. So anyway, I go to bed, and they come, 30 minutes later, they come waking up my door, banging on my door, woke me up. Well, I wasn't really asleep, but apparently I was in door 372, and another guy, they gave him door 372. So, but anyway, it's a big mess. They put him in 370, and I stayed in 372. I had to go inside to get the new pager that said 372 on it, so it would go off when my load was done. And that's just how tired I was. I ain't done that in a very long time. But yeah. But as you see in this video, today's vlog, when I was on my home time Tuesday, I went to Peterbilt dealership up there in Louisville because I was home the weekend before for two and a half days. So I got an extra home time in the month of April. I went home at the end of April. So I decided my truck needed some repairs done. So I took it up to Louisville. I needed my air conditioning fixed, which just happened to be just an O-ring that went in, that screwed into where the AC line connects to the bottom of the condenser. It was an O-ring, easy fix. They fixed that. My steering had about 4 or 5 inches of slack in it, so I needed a steering box and a pitman arm. They didn't have that in stock. They got it from Kenworth in Louisville. The pitman arm came from Cincinnati. The guy in the parts truck who drove up to go pick it up in Cincinnati, the transmission went out. Now this is a 2018 Chevy Silverado. So they had to send another guy to go pick him up and then go pick up the part. That part didn't get to Louisville until about 6 or 7 that night. And I was in the shop at 7:30 in the morning. So, got a PM done. Well, I'll get back to that. I got all 4 slack adjusters replaced and 1 brake chamber. And then they fixed 2 air lines that kept popping out of the quick disconnect. So I told them, I had them put the brass compression fittings on them, and they did. So, so then I had a service done. Now, I love Peterbilt. This is the Larson Group Peterbilt, same people that own the one in Springfield, Missouri. They own the one in Louisville, and they own 18 others. So, but they had 2 guys working on my truck. One guy who's experienced, he was doing all the mechanical work, changing slack adjusters, stuff like that. And then they had this 19-year-old mechanic, fresh out of high school, 1 year experience. He did the PM. And as you can probably see, and I think I already explained this in the video, he put way too much grease into into my S-cams, especially on the one in question, what this video is halfway about. So needless to say, I got new brake pads at the Petro, and Peterbilt's gonna pay for it. So, but man, anyways, now my brakes work great. They work like they did when I first bought the truck back in, or when I got the truck back in September 2012. So anyway, it's 9 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm still in the door getting unloaded. I just woke up. So I'm going to end this vlog here. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Whatever. But subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload vlogs. I got a bunch of videos in the works. Sometimes you have to piece them, you know, you can't do them all in one day, and you know what. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next vlog.